So I'm writing this script about the phone usage, and I was absolutely shocked and flabbergasted by the number of hours I spend a week on my phone. This is actually unbelievably concerning. I have to deal with it. Extremely urgent, because if I continue doing it like that, I'll waste a quarter of my life, literally. So just go to your settings, right? Go to your settings and now look at your screen time. How many hours per week do you spend on your phone? Just look at that. Now look at that number and write it down. For me, it was 68 hours a week. For me, it was 68 hours. I say it again, 68 hours. Doesn't it scare you? Well, it scares me because I'm gonna be fucked if I continue doing it. Just think about it. 68 hours. We multiplied by 52, so it's 3,536 hours a year, which is 176,800 hours in 50 years. That's an average that I'm gonna live. So like I'm now 19 plus 50 years, it's 69, 70 years. So it's 4,000 weeks. It's the average lifespan of a human being right now in the modern world. So if you take that and you calculate the percentage of how much 68 hours of your life is, so if you spend 68 hours a week, like on a regular basis for your whole life, it is a quarter of your life. A quarter of your life. Can you imagine this? Your phone is taken away from you a quarter of your life. 25%. So 25% is taken by your phone. Then on average 25% is taken by your work. Then 30 or another 25% is taken by your sleep. So it's 75% of your life, right? You're just working, you're earning money there. When you sleep, you recover, right? So we work and we sleep. But then there is also social media, which is so excessive and so detrimental for us, but we still keep using it. And we don't actually pay attention to how much it affects our life. 68 hours a week, which is a quarter of our life. Do you really want to spend that much time on your phone? Do you really think there is nothing else that is better than doing that? I doubt it. I doubt it. And now think about this. Just take these 68 hours and imagine that you invested them all in trying to learn a new skill. So do you know that to become a professional, a real professional, you need around 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours on average to learn a skill. So if you take those 68 hours and then invest all of those in training, in 3 years, you can become a professional at anything in your life. Absolutely anything. Every 3 years, you can become in the top 5 percentile of the earth if you just stop using your phone as much. 68 hours. If you invest those, imagine what kind of person you can become. Imagine what kind of salary you can get. Imagine what kind of money you can generate in your life and what kind of wealth you can build. So just think about it for a moment and answer yourself a question. Do you really want to continue using your social media for that much, using your phone for that much? Is it really worth it? Isn't it better to focus on something else and try to improve in the direction of earning more, being healthier, being more athletic, and then helping more people? Isn't it better? So you need to prioritize what is really important, not on instant gratification, but what is not urgent but is extremely important. Eliminate all of the cues that you have when you want to reach to your phone and just start doom scrolling. So eliminate those factors that make you do that. People getting bored all the time, but how you manage your boredom is where your success lies. So when you get bored and you just take your phone and start doom scrolling, what happens? You just degenerate over time. What if when you got bored, you started reading, at least reading? I'm not talking about building your personal brand. I'm not talking about setting up a business. I'm talking just about reading. Just read. First of all, you'll become more knowledgeable. You'll become more educated on all the topics, and it will help you change, because you are what information you consume. You are that. And so just start consuming the right information, and not in those 60 hours that you use doom scrolling. No one can remember the past 10 videos on Instagram, on reels that they saw. No one can tell them. So is it really that important? When I was 15, I was playing a lot of video games. I was playing them for like 3, 4, 5 hours a day. And I recovered, right? I stopped playing games. I felt so ashamed of myself that at that point, I could no longer bear that. My parents were telling me, how can you look in your mirror? How can you look at yourself? Like, isn't it pathetic? Aren't you pathetic? Those were the conversations. Do you really want to have that kind of self-talk? Negative? Do you really want to treat yourself like that? No. 100% no. Just start making conscious decisions on moving in the right direction, on focusing on the right things. How did I stop playing video games? I had that negative self-talk, but at some point I became so disgusted by the fact that I was playing those games, that I was nothing, that I didn't have any achievements, that I wasn't earning anything, that I couldn't support my family. I was so disgusted of myself that I stopped doing that. I decided to take control back. And so I started investing time in the right things, in learning, in reading, in becoming a better version of myself. And so you need to do the same if you want to be a great human being. If you want people to reach out to you for help. We're social creatures. And so we need to be around people. And if we can be helpful, we will be happy. So just make those changes. Yes, I told you I stopped playing games, but I got another addiction to the social media, to doom scrolling. And so right now I'm battling that. And when I saw this number, I couldn't say a word. That is the level of my shock. A quarter of my life could be wasted on my phone, not helping me in any way, not helping me in building a happy life, a happy family, not building any wealth. It wouldn't help me at all. And I would waste a quarter of my life. Make a conscious decision whether you want your life to be wasted like that. Or if not, write the problem down and say, how can you fix that? Read some research on that. Read the ways how other people stopped doing that. And let's make it happen together. I will do my best to stop using social media as much. And I hope you will do the same. And we will grow together. Because here, everyone can make changes. Everyone can pivot in another direction at any point in their life. It takes only one decision from becoming successful, from living the life you want. It takes only one decision. So if you make that decision, just imagine what kind of life you can get just by deciding what you're gonna focus on. Decide what it'll be, and you'll get the life you want. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great week.